everyone, and a very warm welcome. Let us just check that this technology is working. Yes, we are live, which is great, and I can see there's a few people just waiting to see that we're live. Yes, I can see there's a few people waiting. That's great. Thank you so much for joining me. So we are Sunday the 28th of May 2023. We're going to take about 45 minutes to go through some beginners solo salsa. So this is LA style salsa, which means we're going to be starting on the first beat of the bar. I will be facing the front, so you can see my steps nice and clearly from behind, easier to follow that way. So a couple of health and safety things. Make sure your area is clear. Make sure you know what your obstacles are. If you've got coffee tables, if you've got furniture, children, pets, and so on, please do be careful. Make sure you're wearing something sensible on your feet. You don't need dance shoes, but just something that is nice and comfortable and not too restrictive because you want to slide around on the floor a little bit. Now, the first thing I would like to say is that this is the third live stream for beginner solo salsa. However, we've had some very large gaps in between. We did one in April of 2020. We did one in 2022 last year. So it's been another year before we've got around to doing the solo salsa. So everyone's probably forgotten everything. That's no problem. If you're looking in the links below in the video description, you will be able to see the links to the previous videos. So that's why this one says lesson 3. We're not going to go too fast, but I am going to build on some of the techniques that we did in the earlier classes. So I will refresh them, we'll revise them, and then we'll try and add on a couple of little bits. So maybe after you've watched this one, you might want to go back to the others. Okay, let's make a little start. I'm going to turn around, face the front. My left foot is going to be doing the start of each step, always on my left foot, okay? So let's work on our sideways motion first. And I'm going to be counting from the numbers 1 to 8, and listen very carefully because there'll be a couple of numbers missing. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Did you notice the 4 and the 8? I didn't say them. That's because I'm not taking a step on those. Take a little look. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So on the 4 and the 8 in the music, we're not taking a physical step. Okay, so that's why I don't bother calling them out in case you think that I've lost the ability to count from 1 to 8. Let's look at the back step. We're going to go back 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. That's our back step and our side step. And now we're going to do just a forward step on its own. So we've got the different directions. We've got front and back and side. Let's do the front step. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. So let's look at all of those together, one after the other. I'm going to call them out. We're going to dance through each one. Follow along, do what you can, and then we'll do it with the music in a minute. So let's start with the sideways one. Left side. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6. Go back. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6. Just forwards. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. Now you want to put your weight on every single step. So I'm not just tapping and pointing. These are physical steps where I transfer the weight and then transfer the weight onto the other foot. I'm going to over-exaggerate so you can see it really clearly. 1, 2, 3. Notice the other foot came up off the floor. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. So no cheating, not just stepping and pointing or just tapping out to the side. Same when I go backwards. Go back, lift and replace the other foot, come back in. Go back, lift and replace the other foot, come back in. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. Going forwards. Same thing. Lift the other foot off, bring it back, and 5, 6, 7. The next one we're going to do is a split of the forward step on the left and the backward step on the right. It's going to look a little bit like this. I'm going to just turn slightly on the diagonal so you can see it better on the camera. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. Okay, let me just check the other screen there. How many? Oh, we've got 4 people watching. Thank you so much for joining me live. It's great because I know I do these live streams. Sometimes there's not many people watching, and then I know people catch it up when they watch it on the recording. So it's great. If you've got any questions and you're watching live, type it in the chat. I've got another screen just behind the video camera there, so I can see that nice and clearly. So I will be able to reply to your question. Okay, so let's do that one again, forwards and back. I'll turn myself a little bit on the diagonal. If you notice, I'm not just being erratic here, but I like to give you different views so that you can see my feet nice and clearly. Okay, sometimes it's really difficult when you're watching videos online at home just to sort of really get the detail, but I've got enough space here, hopefully, to make it clear for you. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. Notice I'm keeping my arms up. This is for balance. Imagine you just need to let your armpits breathe a little bit, okay? Just a little bit, all right? Imagine that you've got a kiwi fruit underneath them, okay? And hands just relaxed, about waist height. That'll keep you balanced. That helps you stop from falling over. Let's see if we can do that now facing the front, okay? Hopefully you've seen that from the diagonal. I'm going to do it facing the front. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. So that's our basics in each direction. I'm going to put a bit of music on. Now, we are restricted by YouTube on the music that we can use live on air. So again, in the description for the video, for the live stream here, in the description box underneath, I've put some links there to a playlist that I have on Spotify, a public playlist. There are many, many places that you can get your online music, but I can't actually play a lot of those live stream because they will block the audio because it's copyright. So the 2 songs I've chosen for today, they should be fine. We shouldn't get any cut out of the audio. One of them, the first one, is not the most exciting song in the world, but it will give you an idea of what the salsa rhythm is like. And we should not get a strike from YouTube, which would be awful. So. Okay, nice and relaxed. Give your shoulders a little roll. I turn it up a little bit, it's a little bit quiet. One, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Backwards. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Try the sides. The percussion is getting itself excited. Now just the front weight only. One front, one back. One front, one back. I place the diagonal so you see. Left foot front, right foot back. Left foot front, right foot back. Now, if you get the hang of it, don't just stop in the middle. Go past your foot. Go really past. You'll make those long steps. pause. That brings us nicely to the end of that first song. So that's our forwards, our back, our sideways. So we understand hopefully the different directions. Let's look at another step. So when we're dancing salsa, we're normally dancing with a partner, and then at some point in the song, the partner lets go, and we get to dance on our own, with our partner in front of us, but we're doing our own steps. So those steps are called shines, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to learn 4 little footwork steps, which when you put them together in a pattern, become a shine. So let's take a look at our first one. Our first one is a little tap step. So I'm going to be doing tap, step, tap, step. So this time I'm not putting the weight on the front foot. I'm tapping it in front. Imagine that you're at the disco. Woo! Saturday night at the disco. Okay? A little bit like that, but with a little bit more salsa. So the salsa flair is a little bit more controlled, but a little bit more of a swing of the arms to the side. Okay? Nightclub, you're kind of dancing like this. Okay, and salsa, these are little swing taps, little mambo taps. We go to the front, and we swing our arms. And I do the tap on the 1. So it's not the step first, it's the tap first. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. With the arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There. And swing, and swing. So that's our first one, nice and easy, little tap step. Okay? The next one we're going to do, we have already tried going backwards, but now we're going to go backwards with a little bit more direction. So I'm going to take my back step and face the corner. See that? So instead of just going back, I'm going to go back. So let's take a little look at that. It's going to go like this. Back, lift, replace, face the front. Back, lift, replace, face the front. We're doing everything to the left and everything to the right, one after the other, okay? So we're not just stopping after the first one, we're doing equal left and right. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. So we've got tap step and the little crossing behind step. Okay. Sometimes we call it the diagonal back step. I like to call it the cumbia step because it reminds me a little bit more of cumbia, which is part of the salsa family dances. So back step on the diagonal. There we go. The next one we're going to do is a walking step. Nice and simple. Keep it small because of the space that you have or haven't got at home. I'm going to go diagonal to my corner because it's easier for me to show you there. And I'm literally going to walk in front of the other foot. Imagine I'm on a tightrope. So can you see that? My feet are slightly turned out. Crossing, 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 crossing. I'll do it to this corner just so you can see. There, 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 there. Now these are slow. We're going to use the odd numbers in the bar. The 1, the 3. Forgot how many fingers I had there. 1, 3, 5, and 7. So it's slow. So I'm going to go 1, hold on 2, 3, hold on 4, 5, hold on 6, 7, hold on 8. Now do that without counting out loud the even numbers. I'm just going to count the odd numbers. We're going to go 1, 3, 5, 7. Notice there's a little bit of a downwards motion. Feet are turned out, a little bit down. So I'm going 1, 3, 5, 7. And they're going to look super cool. Now the trick is to come backwards and regain the space that you just took when you went into the corner. Otherwise we'll run out of space. And the coming backwards is going to be the tap steps. Okay, so this is how we're going to put the pattern together. We're going to go walking, 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 tap, step, tap, step, tap, step, tap, step. Let's walk to the other corner. Keep it nice and simple. Walking, 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 walking. Tap, step, tap, step, tap, step, tap, step. Do the little cross behind. Back and together. Back and together. Back and together. Back and together. We're going to do that from the very top, whole thing all together. We will start with the left side going to the left corner. So I'm going to go walk, 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 walk. Tap, step, tap, step, tap, step, tap, step. Walk, 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 walk. Tap, step, tap, step, tap, step, tap, step. Back and together. Back and together. Back and together. Back and together. Now, the good thing is, you're watching this live, which is fantastic, but we're on YouTube. So it's recorded. You can come back to this video. If I've gone too fast over something, come back to this video another time. Use the little cog on the settings. Change the playback speed to something a little bit slower, like 0.75. And then you can stop, pause, rewind whenever you want to. So if at any point you need to cover something again, it went a little bit too quickly. It's the beauty of our videos on YouTube. So this class is trying to pack in quite a lot. I've got 45 minutes to deliver everything to you, and hopefully you've got some nice content and you can just keep recovering it, come back to each video. Do look back on sessions 1 and 2, because I think on session 1 in April 2020, I went into a lot more detail about the music and about the background of salsa, and there was a little bit more conversation and people were watching online and we had some chat and stuff. So do take some time to have a look at those videos. I'm going to put together the little bit we've just done with the bit that we did at the beginning. You don't need to remember this because I'm going to call it out, but this is what we've got so far. We've got sideways, sideways, side basic, side basic. We've got back basic, back basic, back basic, and front basic. Front one, and front one. I'm going to do 4 of each. Then the 1 forwards, 1 back. I'm going to do just 2 of these. Now I'm going to walk to the corner. Now I'm going to tap back. Walk to the other corner. Tap back. Cross behind, cross behind, cross behind, and cross behind. Let me put the numbers in. So let's run through the whole thing again. This time I'm going to use hand signals to tell you which way we're going and call out the numbers. Here we go. Sideways first. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5. To the back. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5. To the front. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. My mistake. 5, 6. Do one more. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. One front, one back. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5. Now we walk. 1, 3, 5, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 3, 5, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cross behind. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. Now we do it with the music. So with the music, hopefully you can try and hear where the beats are in the music. I know it's a little bit challenging because we're using the YouTube-friendly, copyright-friendly music. Some of the music in the playlist, the one that's in the link below, is really clear. It's very, very clear for beginners. And there's some beautiful music on my playlist that have actually got numbers counting over the top. They're excellent training songs. So they're salsa for beginners, salsa training tracks, Lots of them on Spotify, and they have the numbers over the top, which is fantastic. Here we go. Just going to grab my water whilst that intro comes in. Left that over here. Do not forget to take your water. Five, six, 7, go side. To the back. To the front. Just 4 to the front. Now, 1 down, 1 back. Walk to the side. 1, 3, 5, 7. Tap, step, tap, step, tap, step, tap, step. 1, 3, 5, 7. Tap, step, tap, step, tap, step, tap, step. Cross behind. Cross behind. Cross behind. Cross. Shoulders. With the music. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. We're going from the top. Here we go. Side basic. Back basic. Front basic. One front, one back. Walking to the corner. 1, 3, 5, 7. Tap. Walking. 1, 3, 5, 7. Back. Cross. Shoulders. Now watch my feet. March on the spot. In time. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Side. To the back. Okay. Now, I'm going to take another song. It's got a little bit more of the salsa instruments in. It is still one of these copy-free, copyright ones that's fine for YouTube. It's actually got a lot more of the traditional instruments in, which is fantastic. So let's dance to that one. It's going to be a little bit faster. Not too fast, but just a little bit, so we can get more into the flavour of it. Lots more trumpets and trombones. More excited. Shoulders and march. Five, 6, 7. Side. We're going to do 8 of these. To the back. To the front. 8. One front, one back. Let's walk. Again, walk, 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 walk. Back. To Hold in here. Crossing. That's it. From the top, side. To the back. To the front. One front, one back. Walking. And again. Up the corner, let's walk. And again. You can shake the shoulders if you feel like it. Back step. Arms if you're feeling comfortable. Shoulders. Basic side. Basic back. Basic front. Basic, one forwards, one back. Do two more of those. Walk into the corner. Second corner. Cross behind. Shoulders. Woo, that was a little bit faster, wasn't it? Okay, so a little bit more upbeat, that song. Lots more trumpets and trombones and lots of things where we can shake and we can get excited about the music. So we have covered a lot of the core beginners solo steps. Backwards, sideways, forwards and back, walking, tap steps. So they're all the nice easy ones that get us into the idea of the salsa rhythm, the 1, 2, 3 and the 5, 6, 7, okay? The next one I'm going to do, a little bit trickier because we're working on the video camera at home. So again, I'm going to demonstrate it 3 different views. Okay, the first one, I want you to see it from behind. Don't try and do it, just have a little look. It's a right turn. So salsa is all about fast turn patterns, excitable turn patterns. We're turning, we're spinning, we're going round and round with our partner, and it all gets really, really exciting, okay? That's the idea. So let's get our right turn. Now, I'm going to take my left foot, and I'm going to take it slightly to the window, as my window is behind the curtain, in front there. I'm then going to look at the back of the room, put my weight on my right foot. I'm going to turn around and put my left foot down underneath my backside. Okay, so it's exactly where it was as if I hadn't turned. Take a little look again. I go left, right, left. Now notice those feet are slightly split. I'm going to do it from this view so you can see. When we're doing that basic step, do you remember I said it's like walking? It's like giving a little bit of a longer step. So when I do my normal basic, forwards and replace, back and replace, forwards and replace, back and replace. Can you see that? There's that little separation. I don't stop dead in the center. It's like I walk forwards, change my mind, walk back. Okay, so there's that constant separation. So when I take the turn, I try and get my feet back to the place they would have been if I'd just done the forwards basic step and I hadn't done the turn. So my forwards basic step is forwards, lift and replace on the spot, and then slightly back. Forwards and back. So I want to end up there with that same separation, with my left foot slightly at the back. So look at the turn, left, right, left. Now I'm going to face the front again so you can see that. I go forwards, but you see that? My foot is turned out towards the corner. I turn around and point my right foot to the back of the room, but it hasn't moved off the spot. It's pretty much underneath where it was. It just hasn't travelled anywhere, but it's had the weight changed onto it. I then come around with my left foot and sit down underneath my backside. If you notice, I'm bringing the heel of the shoe up enough off the floor so that I can pivot on the ball of the foot. Now, it's not a ballet move. We're not right up here on the balls of the feet, right up in the air, okay? It's enough to get you off the floor with your heel of your shoe. So, imagine you're a tennis player and you're at the baseline, waiting for the other person to serve, and you're bouncing like this, okay? I am really bad at tennis, okay? I can't hit the ball, but that's beside the point. This action of bouncing and being slightly leaning forwards, weight is out of the heels of the feet. Imagine that. And that's the idea you want to have when you're doing these salsa moves. You want to be slightly into the balls of the feet. You want to be slightly leaning forwards. Now, not as much as a tennis player, because they're down here. But you want to be not upright like this, forwards like that. Can you see that? Remember Michael Jackson in that video? Many, many years ago? He did a full lean forward. Well, there was actually a stage prop to allow him to exaggerate that, but it's the same idea. This is me standing upright, good posture. This is me leaning into the balls of the feet and bringing my heels up, and I'm ready, and I'm springy, and I'm ready for action. So, same idea when I do the turn. Ball heel, lift up a little bit, and allow the foot to pivot. Okay? Now that's just the front part. That's just the rotational part. Don't forget we've got two parts of the bar. We've got the 1, 2, 3 and the 5, 6, 7. So when we do this, we're doing it in solo footwork timing, which is actually what the leaders normally do when they're partner dancing. So the leaders are normally on the left foot going forwards on 1, 2, 3. Followers actually start on the other side and go backwards on the 1, 2, 3 in the partner work when we dance together. But in the solo, when we do these classes and practice sessions, we're all doing it on the same. Do it on the leader's timing. So that means that the turn is going to happen on the 1, 2, 3, and the back basic on the 5, 6, 7. As usual. Exactly as if we hadn't done the turn. So let's do that again. Okay? I'm going to do my full basic forwards and back. And then the second one I'm going to do with the turn. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. We'll do it once more, and I will give you some tips on how not to go dizzy. Now, you might go dizzy very, very quickly. Any inner ear problems, ear infections, tinnitus, vertigo, things like that can affect our balance. So the trick, let's do it once more, one basic, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, we turn, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. When you see dancers doing fast turns in any style of dance, there is normally some form of spotting. Spotting is our technical term for what we're doing with our head to stop us from going dizzy and to keep us nice and balanced. We leave the head facing the front. We allow the body to start the turn and the head stays facing the front for as long as possible. When we can't go any further with the body because the head is stuck, we whip the head around quickly to face the front, and the body finishes last, the last part. So the head is the last thing to leave the front, and it's the first thing to arrive, which means the head flips very quickly. What that does, it gives us an opportunity to keep the liquid in our inner ear a little bit more level, rather than swooshing around. Yes, if you do that a couple of times, you're going to go really dizzy. Please don't do that, okay? You'll go dizzy because the inner ear is swooshing around. But if you keep your eyes at something on the wall that's at your eye level, and you look for it, which means keeping an eye on the spot, and you look for it again quickly, and you finish the turn. I mean, if you did 50 turns in a row, you'd probably go dizzy. But it reduces the amount of dizziness, and it delays the dizziness as well. So you can probably get more turns before you would go dizzy. Once you practice this technique, it doesn't come easily. Let's just do the basic and then do the turn, and then we'll put it together with the end of our routine. So we're going to do one basic, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. We turn 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Let's do that once more. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. We go. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that's our right turn. We're going to put that at the end of our routine. So we've got side basic, we've got back basic, we've got front basic, we've got forwards and back basic, which is also called a mambo. We've got walk-in, core walks. Why core walks? Because I'm using the core beats, 1, 3, 5, and 7. Okay, in this style of salsa, we use the odd numbers. There's other styles of salsa where we use the even numbers, but not tonight because we're doing LA style. Okay, we've got the walk into the corner. We've got the tap steps on the way back. We've got the little cross behind on the diagonal. And we've got the turn. All of that together with the music. Don't forget your done. Shoulders. Marching on the spot. One, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Side basic. 4 more. Back basic. Front basic. One front, one back. 2 more. Walking. 1, 3, 5, 7. Again. Up the corner. Second time. Cross behind. Last 4. Face it to the front. For your right turn. Right turn, last time. From the top. 4 more. Back. To the front. front, one back. We walk. Second corner. And again. Cross behind. One basic, one turn. One basic, one turn. Fast that turn. Let's do one more basic and one more turn. Here we go. Shoulders. Slow it down. And pause. Okay guys, we are about to run out of time, so I'm going to do a little cool down. Let's put some cool down music on. So nice and relaxed. Okay, shoulders, widen the legs. We want to relax that spine. Curve it in slightly, tuck under. Going to cross that right foot behind the left. T-shape. Bums tucked under. Little plie position. Make sure the heel is down. Make sure the knees are open. Knees over the middle toe. Sideways bend. Coming up. Plie down. Reach over. And again, plie and reach. Last one. Little lean into that leg. Flat back, forwards bend. You're going to feel that in your hamstring. Chin still up. Down. Big ski slope position. Hips are forwards. Make sure the back heel is down. You're going to feel that in that leg. Arms up to the ceiling. Bring those arms down. Slide that back foot in, toe level with the front heel. We sit. Right elbow. I'm going to face the corner so you can see. Try and touch it between the shoulder blades. Widen the feet, relax the legs. Right arm over, use your left hand and look to your right. Everything on the other side now, left behind. We plie. And reach. Keep your thumbs tucked under. Last one. Step it out. Lean on the bent leg, not the straight one. Flat back. Face to your right. Adjust that left foot, get a nice ski slope position. Hands push behind, chest up. Bring that back foot in, toe level with the front heel. And sit down, palms under, elbows. Relax the legs. Left arm over. Use the right hand, look to the left. Now feet together. Little bend. Curve that lower spine. Now the opposite. Hands on thighs. Tailbone. Push the tummy to the floor. Arch your back up. And repeat. We curve. Big C shape. Look down. Arch your back. Look up. And last time. Big C shape. And look it up. Arch. And give everything a little rotation and wiggle. Check it all still works. Guys, I'm going to turn that down. For those of you watching me live, thank you so much. It's been great to see that there's been some people on live. Thank you very much. All the links that I mentioned are in the description below. Links to the website. I have my online classes, my Zoom classes, and I have my video library with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of ballroom, Latin, dance fitness, all sorts. So please check all of those out. And I do wish you a lovely, lovely evening and have a lovely rest of your week. Bye-bye.